Well, hello. Today is going to be one of those looking at my monitor videos, I think. Just want to get to a better... I wasn't expecting the live to work right away, so just bear with while I get my life in order here. I want to pull up the video so I can see the chat and also get the link. Very exciting live stream of my keyboard and my 2 drink cups here. Okay, let me get you something better to look at. Okay. I'm just going to slowly move you up so you don't get too dizzy. I think that will work. I don't think it'll be in my way. Hopefully I'm not too loud because I think the microphone's a bit closer to my face than it usually is. Anyway, so I've got you looking at my design spreadsheet just for the moment. I am going to I should have done that. No, that's the wrong thing. Just a heads up, I am going to be showing Ravelry, which heads up is a little too late because it just flashed there. And I know Ravelry can cause problems for some people. I've been told it's not too bad through the screen, but just wanted to put that up there. What do I need to do here? I need to go to my thing. I'm going to delete yesterday's announcement for the live, and we'll do today's. Nope, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, live streams. I'm live, and paste. I'm going to grab that just to make the next 2 easier. I'm going to go over to Blue Sky, paste, and post, and to Hey.Cafe. Sorry, I just have it off of my other monitor right now. If you're just joining, pop into the chat, say hello, let me know what you're working on. Let's view the cafe and paste, share. Okay. That was posted. Good. Alrighty. So I've been thinking lately that I need to do another design session, and I thought I'd do a little bit of that on stream today. I was also thinking maybe doing some video editing, but then I don't think I'm going to be able to monitor the chat on my computer because my computer doesn't handle doing other things while I'm video editing very well. It's not super good at that. Okay, so yeah. Now we can get started. I don't actually have too many goals at the moment as far as designing goes. I think I want some smaller blankets, but I've just recalled that I also need, I need to redesign the cat pattern. So I think as a little warm up, I'm going to grab, oh, I'm just gonna grab the cat pattern and hopefully it's still in here. Yep. This is our cat pattern as it stands, and the problem we've had, because we've gone through testing for this, and the problem we're having is that it doesn't look like a cat when you've made the blanket. It looks like a cat in the pictures, but like live it doesn't. So I kind of want to see if I can adjust that. Now I think the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go through and replace all these squares with the edged ones. Because I find it's easier for me to visualize what the finished thing will look like if I have these sort of edged squares, if that makes sense. I don't know. Hi, Patricia. Lovely to see you again today. What you working on? Let's get a different color for the background. Oh, I don't, no, I don't like that. I want all the edging to be the same. I just want the middle to be different. Okay. Oh, that's insipid looking. I gotta change that. I don't like that. How about blue? Sure. I think I'm gonna wish I'd used the black. You know what? No. Let's just use the black ones. Let's do it again. That again, and we will put a different color in the middle. That will do. See, that's already better. You're like, I don't notice yet. That's fine. Oops, missed this guy. Now I'm gonna need a 5 round, and we'll replace it there. So what are you working on today, Patricia? I'll replace these. Okay. Yeah, I think the problem is I have too many of these 3 round squares of background next to the cat. I've run into this before with my patterns that look like things. So I'm going to get rid of this. That. I'm just going to move this over. Okay, so the first thing I'm thinking of doing is seeing what it looks like if I make the neck longer. No, nope, 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 nope. Okay. There's gotta be a solution to this. Move this over. What if we make the cat head wider so that the neck's not so skinny? Just playing here to see. I feel like all I've succeeded in doing here is making the cat's head bigger, which I'm not against the idea. These are throwing me off a bit, so I am going to move this down here for now. And this can go over here. Oh, don't like that. You know what I want to pull up? Put that over there for now. Let's go by name. What did I do in the twin size? Well, I used bigger squares. Let's move this out of the way, see if we can recreate it one piece at a time. All right. Something like that. And then the neck was like that. Okay, let's see how big this is. I have not scrolled up enough to do that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're looking at about 36 inches wide by maybe 40 long. All right, so if we wanted it to be the same, let's see, let's do it in groups of 3. So it's 32, and that's 36. Okay, so if we wanted it to be square, we'd have to fit the tail in here somewhere. This is going to be too big, I think. I mean, it's going to be a child size rather than a baby. I don't think I can take anything height-wise out. Let's see what happens if I take out a line in the middle. I mean, that still looks like a cat. Center it better so we can get a better look. That could work. So if we wanted to add the tail, which I do want to add, can't remember what's in my buffer here. So let's just way too far away build the tail. Oh. I still have this problem of these. I'm gonna have to put a 3 round square in beside the neck. And above the head. Well, let's try it. I'm not sure this is the answer. Especially on the tail. Yeah. See, now it's just getting really big. Sorry, looking back at the cat. Oh, hey, Kate. Trying to fix the little cat blanket. It's not going well. See, the problem is, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse pointer very well, but right here, I don't want to put 3 round squares, which means I got to put a 7. I can replace these with probably 3 of the 5s. Like that. I don't mind 3s being on the end there. But then this, means I still have those 3 rounds here. I don't want that. Okay. What if I move this into here? Then I can put the 3s above it, so they're not right next to the cat. Now I'm going to fill this space. Which will not fill evenly with 5s. Oh, no, because vertically it doesn't work. No, that doesn't work at all. I'd have to take this out. Oh, maybe the 7 can go in there. Yeah, except now I need 3s down there. Yeah. Okay. What I'm getting from this is that I need to rethink the shape of the cat's head. So let's go ahead and isolate that. Okay. What if we lose the shoulders? And then we make the head bigger again. Not sold on the neck. I am not sold on the neck. Although, if I do that, no, I already know I'm not going to like this. God, no. No. Question is, this cat head by itself, does it read as a cat head without the tail at all? If I wanted to do eye squares, I would need to widen the head one more. And then the eyes could be here. Maybe. One more row to the cheeks, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. It's better. What if I take out the color work? How does it work as a silhouette? I mean, I see a cat. All right, how big is it? About 40 inches wide, about 35 inches tall. It's not a bad size to work with if I skip doing the tail. I think there's also something to doing some like surface crochet whiskers of some kind. That would be something I'd work on while I'm making it, making the pattern sample. Just gonna try something. I don't think, no. All right, let's start filling in the background. Gonna need one there and one there. Probably one there and one there. Okay. Oh, I know. I have an idea. Oops. I have an idea. I have an idea. This has worked with other designs, so let's see if it works with this. I'm going to put around course, usually when I get to this point in trying to make it work, it becomes an eventually granny square design, but let's just see what happens. All right, and now I need a different 3 round color. What would not look terrible with that? Sure. Then we can throw these in to our heart's content. Let's make a 7 round in this color. Makes the blanket bigger though, so this might not work for our goals necessarily, but let's just see how it looks. That's too high. That's a lot of 3 round squares, but we're experimenting. It's fine. It's fine, right? Yes, it's fine. Oh, hey, Lurian. Okay, bye. All right. Well, whatever. Now it doesn't look like anything. No. All right. Just, this is not going to be the end, the background square, so I'll fix it after if this works, but I think, oops. Well, whatever. Yeah, that puts a 3 round around the hole outside. And let's see how big it is. Gigantic. Okay. I estimate it would be just under 60 inches, and that's what, 5 feet? And then tall, it's about 55 inches. That's a really big kid blanket. It's a very big kid blanket. I am quite convinced it will look like a cat though. Question is that too big? Is it too big? It's a lot of 3 round squares too. All right, let's sit with this for a sec. I could make it taller so that it's square. Let's just throw that in and see what happens. Now it's almost 60 wide and more than 60 long. I think if I had to lose one, it would be this one though. Although, do I like that? Not particularly. But it is square now. Okay. All right. It's square now. It's gigantic, but it's square. 3 rounds, yeah. No, it's not staying this way. It's just trying to square it up. Sometimes I fill it in with 3s and then fix it. I don't like this part. It's too big. What if they were 5s? Might fit. that does not work. Well, let's do some math and that'll tell us what works. Okay. Oops. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 6 is 48 plus 4. $52 doesn't divide by a lot, does it? Divides by 4. And 13. Well, to Kate's point, let's replace our 7 rounds with 3s and see what it looks like. I mean, it's doable. This isn't something that I would charge for though, because this is just a simple grid. It could be a free pattern, I'm fine with that. In fact, you could have 2 versions. If you're going to use 3 rounds, you don't need this round of blues. Let me just save this. Let's just save that there for now. Let's go back here. Right, so that's the smaller version. Okay, I think I need to think about this some more. So I'm going to save these 2. Oh, let's see how big this one is. That one is approximately 50 inches by about 45 inches. It's not bad. Yeah. All right, so we've got those saved. What about a scrapgan? Or if you have ideas of other things you might want your blanket to look like, we could try that too. I do have a list that I've been working through. Of animals. I might even have that open somewhere. Yeah, I think it's in here. Yeah, I still want to do a mouse, a frog, a seal, and a fox. But every time I've tried to draw that in squares, it doesn't look right. And we can interpret those animals to, other things. Oh, and I haven't done horse yet. No. Horse. Okay. I was just having a drink of my what I thought was pop, and it wasn't, so it tasted wrong. I have finished my pop, though, so we're on to water. Unicorn would be nice, yes. I think for a unicorn, it would have to be a fairly big blanket to get the resolution on the horn. Let me just bring up some reference pictures of horses to work with. Images. Oh gosh, if we did the entire horse, it would be gigantic. I wonder if we wanted to do a unicorn, we don't want a face-on horse head. Oh, that's funny. You know the old mob trope of leaving a horse head in someone's bed as a threat? Well, you could have a horse head blanket you can leave in someone's bed as a threat. Unicorn would be a big hit with little girls and not so little ones. Yeah, oh yeah, I would love one too. Rainbow unicorn, please. Okay. Well, let's start drawing and see what happens. Let's draw with our purple because it's already open. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Okay. So it's kind of a nose. Let's build the face up a little. Oh. Oopsie, where did I get all the way over there? Well, no, I don't know. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to draw it in single pixels first, and then I can blow it up. So let's just do that. Let me blow it up so you guys can see a little better. Completely for you and not for my poor eyesight. Trying to get like a silhouette going here. Maybe that ear go out, comme ça. Kind of. Kind of. The neck would go out that way. I've got the horse facing that way. I hope. I feel like just throw an eye in there. That's way too high. Let's throw an eye in there. And then like the nose is down here. Whatever. And then if we wanted to add a horn, maybe that ear is going in the wrong direction. I'll just take the ear out. So the horn's usually like here-ish. Sure. Probably the horn would be longer, but it's in roughly the right spot. Well, maybe it should be moved down a bit. I feel like it should come like, yeah, if we get rid of that. Something like that. Definitely longer though now. We might need to do some work to make it look a little less phallic, but you know, that's let's get the sketch done first. All right. I'm thinking the head looks a little fat to me. I like the front angle. I don't like the back angle. Well, now it's looking like one of those dogs. Yeah, maybe if we put the rest of the body in, like the rest of the neck or something. From here. Oh, and then we'll need a mane. Let's see. Is this the time to point out that I grew up in the city? Sometimes I get a little overzealous with my controls and my shifts, or my controls and my arrows, so approximately. So this would all be mane. Ah. Let's stop being dumb about this. Okay. Something like that. Clean it up a bit. I think that the there's something wrong with the angle there for that. Let's take out all that. We'll have to play with the horn. I think this should be more jowly. Pit bull corn, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I see it too. I think. No. I feel like I'm getting too fancy. Let's take these out so we can see more clearly what we're looking at. I think that's vaguely horse-shaped. See if I can find any better references for ears. I feel like the ear could go straight up. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't what it's going to look like. I'm just trying to get a general idea of the shape so that I can translate it into something that's makeable. Like we could just do that. Something like that. And this line being the right edge of the blanket. Or the left. There's no reason you can make it either way. I don't like the horn. Yeah. Yep, the horn does need to start in the middle of the forehead. The question is, where is the forehead? Let's figure out where the eye should be. Is that too high, too middle, too far back? Maybe too far back. Which would then put the horn like here-ish. Something like that. Too low. Remembering this is the ear. Yeah, for the first position of the eye. Yep. I also think the eye was too small. That looks okay. Okay, and I'm thinking that the angle of the horn might depend quite a bit on which squares we're using to make it. So I might wait to do the horn until after we figure out how to make this horse head in squares. Let's go out to a better size. Move some things around so we have the space to work. Because as I said, I think in order to get this level of detail, it's going to have to be big. Let's start here for lack of a better place. If I consider that to be 1, that would be 2. Okay. Are we doing rectangles? What's happening here? Do those look like squares to you? Sometimes I'm looking at this for so long, I just can't tell. Oh, look at that. It's almost like I do this for a living. I think I need to zoom out so we can see. Gotta move that out of the way. That means this is too high. Dang it. Zoom out some more. Okay, yeah. Ish. Again, we're kind of sketching at this point still, because boy howdy is that really big. I'm taking this off completely. Okay, I think we have roughly the outline now. Roughly. Okay, I'm going to make it a little thicker so it's easier to see what we're doing. Doesn't mean we're going to use all these 3 round squares, just to be clear. I just wanted to get a better idea of this shape. Yeah. This I can work with. Yeah. Oopsie. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. All right, but we are gigantic right now. So let's see just how gigantic we are. Oh, that's not so bad. We're just over 80 inches wide and just under 80 inches long. That's not too bad. That is something we can work with. Okay. So if we imagine the eye is, I don't know, here. Do I have a good 7 already? I don't. Okay. Is that too big? I'm off put by how big it is, or how white it is, I mean. Let me give it a, I don't know. Is that too big of an eye? I'm also not 100% sure it's in the right spot, but feels too forward, but then it's a side view. What about putting it here? We could even do like that. That could be our eye. That looks very cartoony now to me. We could run with it though. All right, we'll also need a nose, I think, or at least a nostril. It's too close to the edge. Do we need a nostril? Maybe it doesn't matter if it's too close to the edge. No. No. Okay, now it's looking like a reindeer. Put the nose there and then fix this bottom. Although having a reindeer option's not a bad one. Not a bad idea. We just have to do this. And then move all this back, maybe. Now it's a reindeer. Of course, I was going to say, of course, reindeer have antlers, but they don't always. It could just be a dog, too. I'm not at all sold on that. Maybe it doesn't need a nose. Maybe it doesn't need an eye. Maybe it can just be a silhouette. Discovering the possibilities, yep. Okay. I am going to put the eye back in just for reference as to where the head or where the forehead is. Where did we have it here? I like it there, even if that's not where we had it. So the horn would be like here, right? Would it look weird if it was like straight across the top and then angled? Well, the way to know is to try. I'm going to see if I'm going to use a different color for it. So what if it came out here? Nope, that's not right. Something like that. put all those in and I'm sticking them all out now. No, I don't think that works necessarily. Come on. Lost my copy paste. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe the ear should be a little bigger, if that's how big the horn's going to be. Something like that. Well, while we're playing, let's see if we can do something funky with the mane. Which would start here-ish. Something like that. Although I feel like it should be longer. Something, yeah. See, though I feel like if you're going to do a different color for the mane, you will need the eye, I feel like. Can we put some of the mane in front of the ear like that? Oh, I like that. All right, so if we keep mane as a different color, I feel like we do need the eye. Do we need the nostril? Because the nostril didn't really work. I feel like we don't need the nostril. I think the length of it indicates nose, right? I still want this mane to be longer. Right? What do you guys think? That is 208 3 round squares. I have discovered that like with my design, the all squared away designs that look like stuff, like this one looks like a unicorn. It's more likely to look like this when you make the blanket if all of the squares making up the picture are the same size. Because of course the next step is to fill in the background. Mm. I kind of like it. All right, well, let's just save it. And I can look at it later and decide how much I like it then. Okay. Let's save our work. Even make the mane and rainbow stripes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Oop, where did it go? The sketches. You could do like red for those. This is rectangles. There we go. You could do red for in the beginning, right? And it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So like red for those two, and then orange, and then yellow, green, and then like blue, and then purple. I think I'd bring the purple down to these two as well. I'd probably do if it was a unicorn, I'd use white for the horse itself. Although that would make the eye a little tricky, so I don't know what I would do there. Anyway, it requires some thinking. Oh, that's the wrong one. We want the ASA builder. You know what? I'm going to save the sketch as well, just in case I need to go back to it. How are we doing for time? I think we got time for another one. Why is horse not on this list? Should be. Let me just add horse. Okay. I do need some more baby designs though, I think. Silver gray for the body. Yeah. Sparkle for, oh my gosh, sparkle yarn would be great. I wonder if I have any in my stash. I don't know. Oh, did I check to see how big that thing was? Let's just grab it again real quick. Oof. What is that? That's like 95 inches by maybe a little more than maybe 87 inches. That's a gigantic blanket. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll have to think about that one some more. Don't forget to hydrate, everybody. So when I'm designing a scrap GAN, I usually start with like an overall sort of shape that I want, and then sort of go from there. But I feel like I've managed to exhaust all of the shapes. So this is the struggle, especially for a baby blanket, which I usually aim for like this size-ish. What is that? That's 42 by 42, yeah. But at my gauge, this is almost 50 inches. So it's not a very big palette. Let me put a box around that. And I don't design with 6 round squares very often, only because, oh, hang on, Kate, finish the squares for baby 34. Excellent. Is that the one you were putting the flower squares in too? Those are really pretty. The reason why I don't design with 6 round squares very often is because when you add the edging round, they become 7 rounds, and 7 is a prime number. So they're hard to, like, okay, if I put, no, I can put a bunch of 7s, 6 rounds in a row. And I think at some point they line up with my 5 round squares, which are really 6s. Somewhere. Yeah. Like, oh. Is it the 4? Or maybe I just need one more? I probably just need one more. Yeah, like that. And then the 4 rounds will line up as well at some point. Let's do them on the other side. There. So they do, the 6s will work, but they kind of have to be in these big chunks. Sort of. I don't know. On the other hand, it's quite a challenge, so let's see what happens. We do that. What does that give us? That gives us 4 on that side and 4 on that side. Does that make sense? Yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. Interesting. Okay, what if we put another one there? And then this is our general sort of motif. We'll do it this way. Oop. Oh, I see. I see. I see what the issue is. Oh. The problem here is that I got to put a 3 in here. And of course it's going to extend past. So we'll do that. And then that will need a 4. Fill that in. Right? No, that was a lucky guess. Yeah, I got this little awkward bit now. That doesn't work. What if we put another one of these? Yeah. Overlapping 3, yeah. Let's see, how many is left there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If only I had numbers across the top, that would be helpful. Ugh. Look at that, perfect. You'll just have to do, as my dad would say. 14 minus 9 is 5. Okay. Let's try it. Nope. That's going to need a 2 round square. I'm sure there's an answer here. What happens if we put a 6 just here? I didn't want to have a line of 6s though. Let's just run with it and see what happens. No, see, I don't like that because then I got to put a 6 here or some combination of, no, it would need 2 round squares. How big is this spot? Nope. I feel like if I want to keep working with these 6s, I'm going to have to add some 2s in. How do we all feel about using 2 round squares in their baby blankets? that doesn't work anyway. I can fiddle with the size, like I don't have to stay in that box I first put. Well, Cam's up and about. What if I extended it a little bit? Hey, Cam. Move this down. Throw that in. What does that get us? Oh, it gets us this ledge, is what that gets us. All right. Let's do maybe 3 of the 4s. I feel like that still gets us a ledge. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. No. All right, so let's take these 8s out. What should we put in instead? What if we... Well, that works. How wide is that? Just under 40 inches. Except I have a very awkward middle right now. A very awkward middle. Except we know that doesn't work because our 4s won't go. I don't think this will help. No. There is an answer. I'm quite sure of it. I'm sure. got kind of a barbell thing going now. Okay. Of course, I did this to myself by starting with 6s. I even explained what the problem was with using 6s. Let's just fill it in with 3. Is that a, do I want to do that? I feel like that's the cheap way out. Let's try it. We can change those to something else once we figure out what else we want. I mean, you just fill these in with 6s. How exciting is this? These have to be 5s, which are not going to fit, but like that. Okay. Come on, you can do this. How big is this area? It's 27 minus 7, so it's 20. That's what I thought. Well, we've certainly changed things a lot now. Doesn't have that many 2 round squares in it. And our finished size will be just under 40 inches wide by about 45 inches long, which is a pretty big size, all things considered. Is there anything more interesting I could do with this? Wait, the 5s or 6s? Oh, and the 3s are 4s. No, 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 no. I don't think that there is. Okay. Let's just save this. So the next step for that one is to check my other designs to see if I've already designed this, because that's been happening a lot to me lately, and it's pretty annoying. One of the things that I struggle with designing also is, because I mainly work with squares and I like a good spiral, you get some really terrible results with that sometimes. And I don't want to do not want to go that way. I think a pretty standard plus sign. What can we do with a plus sign? Let's not start with a plus sign. Okay. Let's start with, I don't know. There we go. It's like a really big H. We can fit 2 5s in there. Oh, it's quite an H. It's a capital H. Oh dear. All right, so my Mm. I feel like that just does this. Mm. Hmm. I don't know, guys. I'm also not sure how exciting this live stream is right at the second, so I might call it. Well, I keep doing this. No. Stupid freaking terrible people. Except now it doesn't fit in them at all. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this isn't a very interesting design either. Maybe my standards are too high. I don't think they are, though. And I'm getting hungry. So I think I'm going to call it there, guys. Oh, big stretch first. Yeah, so let's see what we got done today. We got our sketches here. Let me zoom out. We redid our cat head, and we're in, I don't think we're in squares. Are those square? Those are square. So we got our cat heads I'm going to think about. We've got our unicorn, which I think actually looks pretty good. Although starting to think maybe I might want another row at the bottom here so that the bottom of the nose isn't at the bottom of the blanket. That's okay, that'll create, I think, fewer 3 round squares. And then we got this scrap GAN layout. The colors are just by the size. The finished blanket wouldn't look like that. Yeah, not a bad day at designing. We got 3 done anyway. Oh, before I go, let me show you the ASA probably don't make this layout. I can't really do 1 round squares the way that I have this set up, so that's why it looks different. These yellow squares are actually 4 1 round squares, not just like 1. Yeah, so I have gotten to, let's see, 16 across, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yeah, I've done this size so far. So once I have a couple more, that can't be right. 2, 4, 6, I can't remember, no. Maybe this isn't right. Maybe there's one more, because I feel like I've done this level. Oh, you know what? I'm missing a level here, because this one, the purple joined it together. I'm missing, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Maybe we'll work on that some more tomorrow. Right, so I'll be here tomorrow around the same time. That starts at 9 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. It is currently almost 11 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, just for reference. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. If you want a notification, save that real quick. If you want a notification that I'm going live, you can join my Discord channel, which I think I forgot to link in the bottom. Let's do that before I go. I'll add it after. Join my Discord channel, and when you get here, click on roles and then choose the cat. All right, that's scroll, it explains down here. As you click on them, you'll get a notification when I do any of these things. You'll see it when you join. Yeah, anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.